My neighbor's been using my Wi-Fi for 3 years, and what I discovered makes me question everything. So this happened last Tuesday, and I still can't wrap my head around it. I'm posting here because I genuinely don't know what to do with this information, and I can't tell anyone IRL without it getting messy. I live in a duplex in Portland, one of those renovated Victorian houses split down the middle. My neighbor Sarah moved in about 3 years ago, right after my divorce was finalized. She's 67, retired elementary school teacher, bakes cookies, the whole 9 yards. The kind of person who waters your plants when you're away and brings your packages inside when it rains. Last week my internet was running like absolute garbage. I'm talking 5 Mbps when I'm paying for gigabit. I work from home doing IT consulting, so this isn't just annoying, it's costing me money. I called my ISP 4 times, and they kept insisting nothing was wrong on their end. Finally, I decided to log into my router to see what was going on. That's when I saw it, a device labeled Sarah's iPad connected to my network, then Sarah's iPhone, then Sarah's laptop, then something called Sarah's Ring doorbell. My stomach dropped. I scrolled through the connection history, and these devices had been connected for 3 years, since the week she moved in. I sat there staring at my screen for probably 20 minutes. My Wi-Fi password isn't simple either, it's 16 random characters that came with my router. There's literally no way she could have guessed it, which means at some point I must have given it to her. But I have zero memory of this. None. And trust me, I've been racking my brain. The thing is, during those first few months after she moved in, I was in a really dark place. The divorce destroyed me financially and emotionally. I was drinking heavily, taking Ambien to sleep, mixing it with alcohol sometimes, which I know is stupid, but I wasn't thinking straight. There are whole weeks from that period I barely remember. Did I give her my password during one of those blackout periods? Did she ask and I just don't remember? Or did she somehow get it another way? Here's where it gets weird. I checked my router logs more carefully. Her devices weren't just connected, they were using a massive amount of bandwidth, like 2-3 terabytes per month. For context, I use maybe 500 GB. I started looking at the connection times and patterns. Her Ring doorbell was uploading data almost constantly. Her laptop would have these huge spikes of activity between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. every single night. I know I should just change my password and be done with it, but something made me keep digging. I'm an IT guy, it's what I do. I set up a packet sniffer to see what kind of traffic was going through. I wasn't trying to see her private data or anything, just wanted to understand what could possibly be using that much bandwidth. That's when things got really strange. The traffic patterns didn't match normal streaming or browsing. There were constant encrypted connections to IP addresses registered to server farms in Iceland and Romania. Not Netflix, not YouTube, something else entirely. I should mention that Sarah lives alone, and as far as I know, she's just a normal retired teacher. She goes to book club on Thursdays. She volunteers at the food bank on Saturdays. She feeds the neighborhood cats. I've been inside her half of the duplex maybe 5 times over the years, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Floral couch, photos of grandkids, china cabinet, stacks of paperback mysteries. But now I'm looking at these server connections, and my brain is going to dark places. Is she running some kind of operation? Is someone using her devices without her knowing? Is this identity theft, or is she the one doing something shady? I decided to do something probably stupid. Instead of confronting her or just changing my password, I set up some monitoring. I wanted to see what was really going on. I configured my router to log everything from her devices for 48 hours. Again, not trying to invade privacy, just trying to understand the scope of this. The logs were insane. Her laptop was connecting to the same server in Iceland every hour, on the hour, like clockwork. The Ring doorbell wasn't just recording our street, it was uploading constantly even when there was no motion. Her iPad had some app that was sending encrypted packets every 30 seconds to multiple locations. I spent an entire night going down rabbit holes online trying to figure out what this could be. Credit card fraud operations, crypto mining, a botnet, some kind of illegal streaming operation. But Sarah is a 67-year-old retired teacher who bakes snickerdoodles and does crossword puzzles on her porch. Then I remembered something. About 6 months ago, Sarah's nephew visited for a week. He was probably in his early 30s, tech bro type, always on his phone. He drove a Tesla. I remember thinking it was weird because Sarah had never mentioned having family nearby. He was really friendly, though, helped me carry in groceries once, asked about my work. Asked very specific questions about my work, actually. What kind of security I set up for clients. What kind of systems I worked with. Oh God, did he do something to her devices while he was here? Did he somehow compromise my network through her? But that doesn't explain how her devices got on my Wi-Fi in the first place, 3 years ago, long before he showed up. Yesterday, I did something I'm not proud of. Sarah mentioned she was going to visit her daughter in Seattle for the day. After she left, I went to check her mail like she asked me to. We do this for each other all the time. While I was on her porch, I noticed her door wasn't fully latched. The wood frame is old and sometimes it doesn't catch right. I knocked, no answer. The door swung open a little. I should have just closed it and left, but I didn't. I went inside. Everything looked normal at first. Same floral couch, same photos. But then I saw her laptop open on the kitchen table. The screen was on, and what I saw made my blood run cold. There was a spreadsheet, hundreds of rows. Names, addresses, social security numbers, bank account information. I recognized some of the names. They were people from our neighborhood. I saw MY name, my social security number, my bank routing number. Information I never gave her. Information I never gave anyone. I quickly took photos with my phone, my hands shaking. Then I noticed a drawer slightly open in her kitchen. Inside were stacks of credit cards, maybe 30 of them, all different names. A stack of driver's licenses, gift cards, and a burner phone. I got out of there as fast as I could. I've been sitting on this for 2 days now. I haven't confronted her. I haven't changed my Wi-Fi password. I haven't called the cops. Because here's the thing that's eating me alive. When I got home and really looked at the photos I took, I noticed something else. There was a folder on her desktop labeled Medical Bills 2023. Before I could stop myself, my IT brain had already zoomed in on one of my photos, and I could see the folder was huge, like 2 GB of documents huge. And there was another folder labeled Treatment Schedule. I did something else I'm not proud of. I looked up property records. Sarah's house isn't just mortgaged, it's got a second mortgage taken out 2 years ago. Then I checked court records for her county. There's a judgment against her from a hospital for $127,000. I think Sarah is sick, really sick. I think she's drowning in medical debt, and I think she's been running some kind of identity theft operation to pay for her treatment. And here's the part that makes me feel like a terrible person. Part of me understands. My divorce cost me everything. I almost lost my house. There were nights I thought about doing things I'm not proud of just to keep the lights on. If someone told me I had cancer and needed $127,000 or I'd die, what would I do? Would I steal? Would I justify it because the healthcare system is broken, and what choice did I have? But then I look at that spreadsheet with MY information on it. My neighbor's information. People who probably trust her, who think she's just a sweet old lady. She's been stealing from us for years. Living next to us, smiling at us, taking our packages inside when it rains, all while she's got our identities in a drawer. I checked my credit report last night. There's an account I don't recognize. A credit card opened 8 months ago with a $15,000 limit. I never opened it. It's got a balance of $8,000. My neighbor has stolen my identity. She's stolen from dozens of people. She's been using my internet to do it for 3 years. And I have evidence. I have photos. I could call the police right now and she'd probably be arrested by tonight. But I can't stop thinking about those medical bills, about that treatment schedule, about the fact that she's 67 years old and probably terrified of dying and saw no other way out. I'm not saying what she did is right. It's not. It's theft. It's a serious crime. She opened credit cards in my name, in my neighbors' names. She's destroyed credit scores and left people with bills they didn't create. But I also keep thinking about how I felt during my divorce, how desperate I was, how the system chewed me up and spit me out. And I think about how much worse it must be to be old and sick and facing death because you can't afford the medicine that could save you. This morning, Sarah came home from Seattle. She brought me cookies. Chocolate chip, still warm, wrapped in foil. She asked how my internet was doing, if the speed had gotten better. She looked me right in the eye when she asked, and I swear there was something there. Like she was testing me, or warning me, or maybe I'm just paranoid now. I still have the photos on my phone. I still have the evidence. The credit card in my name is still accumulating interest. My neighbors still don't know their information has been compromised. And I still don't know what to do. Part of me wants to confront her, ask her why, ask her if she's sick, ask her if she knows what she's done to people who trusted her. Part of me wants to call the police and let the system handle it. And part of me wants to just change my Wi-Fi password and pretend I never saw anything, let karma or fate or whatever handle the rest. But here's what really keeps me up at night. What if I'm wrong? What if those medical bills aren't hers? What if the nephew set all this up and she's just a victim too? What if she doesn't even know those credit cards and IDs are in her drawer? She's 67. What if someone is using her? Or what if I'm making excuses because I don't want to be the one who sends a sick old lady to prison? I've been checking my router logs obsessively. The connections to Iceland and Romania are still happening. Every hour, like clockwork. Whatever operation this is, it's still running, right now, while I'm typing this. The cookies are sitting on my counter. I haven't eaten them. I don't know if I ever will. What would you do? Update 6 hours later. I just got home from work and Sarah's car is gone. The lights in her house are off. Her mailbox is overflowing. I checked the connection logs and all her devices disconnected from my network at 2:47 p.m. today. All of them, at exactly the same time. She's gone. I don't know if she knew I knew. I don't know if she's coming back. I don't know if I should feel relieved or terrified. The credit card company called me an hour ago. The fraudulent account in my name just had a $6,000 charge at a pharmacy in Seattle. Today, while Sarah was supposed to be visiting her daughter. I think I know what I have to do, but I still don't know if I can do it. Edit asterisk before people ask, yes, I'm changing my password tonight. And yes, I'm checking all my accounts. I'm also putting a freeze on my credit. I should have done this days ago. Edit 2 asterisk someone asked about the nephew. I just realized I never saw him leave. His car was there one day and gone the next, but I never actually saw him pack up and go. Sarah said he went back to San Francisco, but I never confirmed it. God, what else have I missed? Edit 3 asterisk I'm reading all your comments. Some of you are right that I need to call the police. Others are right that I shouldn't have gone in her house. I know I messed up. I'm going to call tomorrow. I think I need to sleep on this, if I can sleep. The cookies are still on my counter. They smell really good. That somehow makes this worse.